Hey YouTube, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin in Tucson, Arizona. Thanks for being here today. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. Do the YouTubey things. You can find us at oldpueblocoin.com and tucsoncoinshow.com for the big shindig in January. Hope you can make it. And today we have a question from Raymond, starting off with some comments about the fact that back in the day in the 60s and 70s, he used to roll with some people, name drop, name drop, name drop, and that went on to become pretty big deals in the numismatic community. And we're going to edit all of that out and go on to he had a military career. Thank you for your service. And now at the tender age of 80, I'm back in the coin market. I don't understand much, the grades, the terminology, the millions of varieties, but I'm having a good time. And your videos have been a godsend, not only entertaining, but extremely informative. Helping me greatly get back up to speed. Thank you, Ben. Which brings me to one specific video of yours, the one on the $200 coins. I've always loved type coins and sets, and your video got me to thinking, could a person actually put together a type set of coins under $200 each? Without thinking it through, I decided no, but then I thought, could a person put together a typeset of coins that the average is less than $200 a piece? Again, without thinking it through, I decided I'm going to try. So I concluded that I know finally two things. What do you think of me getting back in at 80 years old? And what do you think of my idea of the typeset? Thanks much. Ray, P.S. Keep making your videos. You're doing a great service. Thank you, Ray. Everybody loves Raymond. Thank you, Raymond. First of all, getting back in at 80 is fantastic. My dad is 83, and he is not in numismatics, but he stays busy with his own little hobbies and doing things, and it's great to have a hobby at any stage of life. And coin collecting is for everybody, regardless of, like, there's just no barriers. You just, whatever age and range and whatever. But the one thing, of course, that we're talking about with barriers is just going to be budget. And so the video we made on $200 and less coins is one of my favorite videos. I should probably make one of those videos at least once a quarter, talking about different coins at different price points, because you can do the $50 price point, you can do the $100 price point. And the thing about that is I realize that $50 or $100 or $200 is still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I don't want people to think that we're only here for $1,000 type coins, because that's not the case, because anyone and everyone starts somewhere, right? And so I remember coming to Old Pueblo Coin as a kid and digging through, the quarter box and buying, $5 coins. That was like all the money I had. I also remember getting outbid by adults that were kind of rude to me. So there was that. There's only a couple, though. Overall, the people here at the coin store were always great to me. The topic of putting together a typeset is fascinating and a good idea, in my opinion. A typeset, for those of you who don't know, is when you get one of each type of coin instead of trying to put an entire series together. So a series collector, you'd want every date and mint mark combination of a specific type of coin. Whereas a typeset, you're just getting one of each coin. So one Washington quarter, one Franklin half dollar, one Mercury dime. And what's nice about a typeset is you can go either certified coins that are, slabbed, or you can go with just raw coins in an album, which is also fun. And most stuff from the 20th century is very affordable in really nice uncirculated condition from your local coin shops, local coin clubs, and or local coin shows. You can find them online as well, and you can get good deals online, although I don't recommend buying online unless you're really savvy with purchasing things online and understanding what you're looking like, because photos can be very deceptive online, and so I don't recommend that necessarily. And if you are going to shop online, I kind of tell people to stay with the mainstays. Go with eBay, unfortunately, because they have good return policies for you as the consumer. A lot of these other places that are popping up for now, they're just kind of like a no-go zone, because you don't have the same consumer protection. But as far as putting the coins together, if you think about it, most of the coins you can buy uncirculated for less than $200 a piece, including, a nice Morgan dollar, a nice piece dollar. I mean, you should be able to find a nice BU piece dollar, for 35 bucks somewhere, right? And a nice Morgan dollar BU for 75 or less. And then those are all common dates. Now you can go as expensive as you want on coins, as always, but the concept here is let's buy coins we can afford, put an attractive set together. And so if you think about your Roosevelt dime, your Mercury dime, your Barber dime, you can find a nice AU Barber dime for about $100, something like that. You can buy where it starts to get expensive in grade is going to be when you look at like a Barber half dollar, where you're probably only going to be able to buy a nice fine, very fine coin. Once you get to extra fine, they jump. Now, if you do find accommodate extra fine, you could get it for under the $200 range, but they're hard to locate. Like those coins are harder to find than they are expensive. Because Barber coinage comes uncirculated in AG. There's not a whole lot in between. And for you Barber collectors out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So even if you want to go back before the 20th century, so sometimes type collectors only collect coins from the year 1900 and newer, and you don't have to do that. I mean, you can go back into the seated coinage and the bust coinage, and most of those coins, as long as you just want to stay within your budget, you can find them and buy them within your budget. You can afford a 20-cent piece in a nice fine grade. You can afford 3-cent silver pieces and 3-cent nickels in nicer, extra fine grades or better. Some of the larger coins are going to be harder, but even then, a nice, just a low grade trade dollar will cost you less than $200 if it's a simple problem-free coin. Once you get into like the early bust coinage, like bust dollars, I mean, that's not going to fit in your $200 bracket probably, unless it's got some pretty big issues going on. But most US coins have a coin or two in a decent grade that you can get, that you can enjoy, and you can put this together something that has nice eye appeal. And you can do it for less than $200 a coin. And you can go beyond that. Like you can go into what you might want to call red book collecting. And what I mean is you go through the US Red Book and you start to find a lot of the other esoteric items that are in there that are not coins, but I think in lots of ways every coin collector should have, right? I think if you're a US coin collector, it makes a lot of sense to have a really nice hard times token of some type, a nice Civil War token. Can you find yourself a nice Hawaiian dime or Hawaiian quarter? Those are all going to fit in there. Maybe a couple of US banknotes if you want to dabble a little bit. We won't get too crazy with that, but they don't list those in the Red Book anyway. But there's lots of little fun tokens and pre-colonial stuff that you can locate. Some of it will be lower grade, but it really adds a lot of depth and flavor to the collection, because you've got the US coinage, which you can show to people and they'll understand. But then when you pull out, a low grade Massachusetts colonial or New Jersey colonial with the horse head on it, they're going to be like, wow, what is that? Like, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to have all those different types of collectibles. And as always, you can always collect a nice birth year set for yourself. I know lots of people do that. They put together the birth year set for themselves. So keep collecting. Raymond, everybody loves you, and I'm glad you wrote in. And we're glad to have you in the market at the ripe young age of 80. And keep collecting. And everyone, cheers. Let us know if you have any tips and pointers about collecting typesets and US coins or metals or tokens. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.